Good morning to some, good evening to others, good day to all. Today, Heyward CPA live stream. Me at another remote location. I don't need to see my exercise equipment. You know what I'm saying? Back in effect once again.
Live and direct.
Yeah, live and direct to the masters. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. We in the building. So another episode. Yo, is this the first joint we doing this year, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah, it's the first joint. So this is actually our Happy New Year episode. Yeah, we did a lot of planning for it too. A lot of pre-planning. Great pre-planning.
Great pre-production meeting.
Yeah, all pre-production. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's production.
Yeah. So your mic is getting a little snap, crackly, and popping there. I don't know.
Hold on.
You know how to fix that?
I don't know, but let's see. How's that sound?
Sounds like it's distorting or something. I don't know. Where you underground or something?
How's that?
A little bit better. Un poco. I don't know. It might take a bigger.
I think it might be this. How's that?
About the same. But we ain't gonna. I mean, I can understand. We gotta check the settings on you. How's that? Yeah, try now. Yeah, I can hear you. But we're gonna work on it. We'll go back to the tape and show you what's going on. But it will not stop us from having an exhilarating episode. So man, what's been up?
Man,
a long time.
Life, tax season full effect.
Yeah. Whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of businesses are trying to, formulate. So it's heavy business plan season, forecast season.
Yep. Wow.
You know what I mean? I did something exciting though this morning, right?
Oh, what's that?
I've been working up to it. I've been doing it a little here, but I woke up this morning a little just groggy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, I got to get ready for the people. I can't come on here with a slouchy head.
No doubt.
So I'm up to a 1 minute cold shower after the hot shower.
Yeah, that's a lot, yo.
Let me tell you something. If you look into my eyes, you can probably see the future.
1 minute cold shower.
I worked up to that. It started at 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
I'm sure it did.
And I don't like it. I don't like doing it, but the effects or the results are just like amazing.
So what's it do for you?
Helps the circulation.
Okay.
Really helps circulation in the body. Helps the blood flow to the brain. What people don't realize is some new, I'm always thinking about certain things, neurological things in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
When we drink coffee, caffeine slows blood flow to the brain by
absolutely
up to 40%.
I can see that.
Right, so that affects your lymphatic system, so it slows you down, messes with your brain.
But so the cold will offset that.
Cold will offset that. I mean, literally, I feel like I probably have a week of sleep. I was able to get a full week of sleep. Now, it'll go down. I think for the day, when I do it for the day, I'm usually good, because I don't take it every single day.
No, you be bugged out.
It gets you right.
Well, noted. I haven't done that yet.
Telling you, it gets you right. Even if you go in there, 5 seconds, 10 seconds to start full body, let the water come into your face in this area. Let that just come down. It's
like cooling you off. It's like cooling you off. Like
no, it's not cooling you off. It's increasing your breath, right? Because you're like, it's cold. And so what happens? You start breathing. Your breathing intensifies. So what it does is it allows you to, technically what they say is it allows you to control your breathing, the intensity of anxiety and pressure and so on and so forth. So because you're focused on your breath and not really paying attention to the coldness of the water throughout your day, it allows you to function. So when you met with challenges and things of that nature, it's an automatic exercise. Plus, you're already vibrant enough to work through it.
Well, I'll take your word for it right now. That's it.
That's just, I didn't get into the scientific aspect of it and, all of those other things. Because you see people taking ice baths and, people show you the what and the why, but they don't really tell you, or they'll show you the what and the how sometimes without the why, or the what and the why without the how. I mean, but they don't really explain it. Unless you're going to do your homework and really understand how it affects you.
Yeah, well, definitely, without a doubt. So, I see the logic behind it, though. I see that. I know for me, I'll be like, man, I just need to cool off. Like, it's like, man, I'm always on fire. Seems like I'm always like, man, I need to, so, but.
And I do it a little bit more now that I have some other information.
Oh,
I don't
you
like
got more
cold
information?
showers, man. I don't like. The only thing I like cold is probably the pool or the ocean.
Yeah, if it's hot outside.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not. It's just, it could be a little too cold. Depends.
Yeah,
Right, but
yeah, it's all relative.
right. So this next thing leads right into what we always talking about business and what's behind the curtain of business, right? I'm not sure if you heard of it, but it's called.
What's that?
Wait for it.
Oh, you got something coming on the screen.
I'm gonna put it on the screen though.
This cat
I
got.
have to get my own.
You got props.
It's called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex.
Yeah, you gotta explain that.
It's in the brain. Anterior mid-cingulate cortex.
Yeah, you gonna have to break that down. The people ain't ready for all that.
So it's a part. So this is, and it's really crazy, right? So it's a part of the brain that increases. Now it increases in doctors. It increases in athletes. It increases in first responders. Right? It increases in anything that causes you and super professionals, people like that. It causes this part of the brain to grow, which has a direct correlation with your willpower, right? So basically what it does is under doing the things that you don't want to do, that you hate to do, increase this part of the brain grows, which is a part of developing your willpower.
So wait a minute. So it grows. It's the part of the brain that grows when you do you do things you don't want to do.
Correct, and it has to stay under intense. Has to stay intensified, or it'll grow and it'll shrink. It'll grow and shrink.
You got to constantly grow. Yeah, you got to keep
constantly. You got to stay.
It's like it's the muscle. It's the
basically, but it's responsible for your willpower.
Okay, got me all choked up.
Nah, my bad.
It's heavy stuff, man.
It's crazy. So and it only works with things that if you like doing something, it's not going to grow. It's actually going to shrink. So it's definitely correlated with what you do not like to do.
I can dig that. I can totally dig that.
I was like, what? And so I did some homework, but I saw an episode on YouTube talking about it. I don't know if I should say his name or not. But it was very, 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 very enlightening, and it makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah,
makes all the sense in the world. Because the thing is, do the thing that you don't like to do. You got to do it anyway. Just go and do it, and you'll be fine. Push through it, right? It's like, but not realizing that there's a benefit, the friction that it causes because we hate doing it actually makes us better at what we're trying to achieve. That single thing in the brain.
So I see what we headed this morning. It's off the chain right now.
I had to pull that one topic.
Yo, man, I think it's the cold shower working. I'm here like, yo, what's good? Hello, everybody. You start dealing with the cortex medium, maximum,
the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Look it up. Yeah. Check it out. I'm telling you. This is the year of leveling up. So how we gonna understand how to level up? Now it's not just increasing the work. It ain't the hard work. It's the methodical work. It's the smart work. But we understand the what, the why, then we know how to go about it. And I just want to increase my understanding of things because we're human beings at the end of the day. Why do we tick? Why do we do why do certain things affect us, effect us, whatever, right? And so just run, and everything, information comes to you at the proper time. Now, what you do with it, that's a whole different. I just saw that it was beneficial to, that I ran across that type of information, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. It was something else. All these things always correlate, like another book or something. You read and similar themes come out. So when you mention the thing about doing something you don't like doing, it's some other book, these book summaries and all that I'm reading. There was another place that concept was put there that, like what you kind of think about it in layman's terms. I mean, if you're doing the stuff that you like constantly, I mean, you're not really growing. I mean, you're just doing the same thing over and over. Man, at a certain point, you just get good at doing whatever you've been doing. So you're not doing nothing else. So, but it's the things you don't like, it's where you win. That's where you win. You start getting into, if you don't like writing, Right. If you don't like reading, read. But well, anyway, I'm gonna leave that comment alone. If you don't, you know, if you don't like getting out of bed early in the morning, the more you can train yourself to do that, it actually becomes something. I guess it goes from something you might dislike to something neutral to possibly something you like. So then you can, that's stored. So now you could have, you could go after something else that you don't necessarily enjoy.
Correct.
I'll link that to our topic of the day, and what we talk about is business. And it's a mistake to believe that when you own your own business, all you do is do the stuff you like. Like that's a total mistake to believe that. Like, a good portion, especially in your early stages when you're starting, you may not have help, you may not have staff. You're gonna do a lot of things that you don't particularly care. I mean, it's just how it goes. I mean, there's no way around it. The recurring theme for me is there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts in anything. And in business, there's no shortcuts. So you're gonna do things you don't like. So, what we're saying here is that, man, some people have the intuition to take something they don't like and find a way. They look at that as a challenge.
Yeah.
Say, how could I get this done with the least amount of effort? And some people will sludge through it. Some people won't do it. It makes the difference between success and limited success, great success, no success. Doing these little things.
Mm-hmm.
And our business that we're here on, they don't like it. That's right. So I'm here. I'm making my first bar because this is the year. This is the year of leveling up. Year 2 of leveling up. Level up year 2. And what's happening here? We get our first good morning. A little late. Good morning to you as well. Top of the morning, Nick. So, but level up year 2, because we didn't announce it, since we didn't change it, because level up part 2. I think level up's going to be like a 3-year thing. So, but leveling up means really doing stuff that, man, the details, I'm trying to tell you, the details of what you're doing, once you take that next step and you start paying attention to the details, and you start getting locked into details, and you start executing on details, that's where success starts happening. At least you cut all the foliage to find the path to success through wading through the details. And one of the details I found is that the majority of our clients don't want what we do. They don't like it's not a pleasure center for them. But you gotta do it. You gotta pay attention to your stuff. You gotta manage. And numbers are the scorecard. I will say it over and over again. Financial records are the scorecard. So the way you take care of it tells me a bit about your business. Just off top, your approach to it, I already know where you are. I already know how you feel. Doesn't mean you can't get somewhere else. But I take a lot of information. I say, oh, this person doesn't care. But then you can't come to me and start talking about this big initiative you want to do. 2 days, a week later, you got a wild hair. And I'm like, you're not taking, I mean, yeah, I hear you. That's the dopamine. That's the dope. The new opportunities are dopamine. That's always exciting. Yo, I'm going to start this new thing. Boom, I'm on fire. Yo, it's off the, I'm ready to go till day 2. Like I always say in working out, when you start working out, the hardest workout is the second one. The first one, you gassed up. The second one, you sore, and you still got to go back. That is always the hardest when you go back to that. You got to be like, boom. So for the middle medulla, whatever you said, I think
anterior mid-cingulate cortex.
Can we get an acronym for this, man? Like, the middle of the brain?
Call it the AMCC.
AMCC. I could work with that. Okay, cool. The AMCC, I think many of us we struggle with the AMCC because we got a world where it's real easy to not do something but still move forward. It's real easy to avoid hard stuff and still presumably move forward nowadays. But that stuff, you hit. See, you always good at this stuff. Then you get me going, man. I was chilling.
But listen, we got to keep spreading the word.